can explore, save, and share recipes from your favorite foodie influencers. Save to collections, create free meal plans, and shop the ingredients you need with ease. On FoodSocial, we make it easy to find great recipes, get your ingredients, and connect with hundreds of trusted creators.
Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday.
Hey,
How are we doing?
good. And hello, Reed. Thank you for spontaneously joining us today.
Absolutely. Anytime. I love doing this.
Reed, you were one of our very first guests on the show. I look back, and I know you were on in August. Have you been on since then to make a recipe? I feel like you have.
I don't know. I feel like I was on one other time, but yeah, it's
It
always
might
a
have been
fun.
for one of the rap. Was it a rap show, maybe? Or
Yes.
Yeah, probably that.
Okay.
Well, we're so happy to have you back. I feel like, we talk to you all the time. We see you multiple times every week. But
You lucky people.
Yeah, but we haven't had you on the show, and so thanks for stepping in. We're in the holiday season, right? We're preparing for Thanksgiving, at least in the U.S. here, and Michelle had this great idea, or maybe you did, but to come on the show and make some holiday drinks, which I love. That's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Why not add a little bevy to the festivities, right? There's so many fun. Yeah. So I hit up Reed because he's like our mocktail cocktail
The guru.
aficionado. Like he's just my go-to. Like Reed. So I pestered him literally an hour and a half ago, so that he is here showing up ready to go. Is just like, what a foodie you are.
No,
What a foodie.
such a team player, and so
I keep things on hand so you can make a drink anytime you need one.
I love it.
There you go.
Now I'm not cooking along, mixing along today, but I'll be in the chat helping to get your questions answered. So if you're watching us on Instagram or on our market, just market.foodsocial.io or in our app, I'm going to be watching out for your questions. So if anyone has any questions for Reed or Michelle, just drop them in the chat. I'll get them answered for you. But really excited. First, I didn't ask this before the show, but are we talking about any of the products in our market that we want to pop up on screen, or is this more just basic stuff that most people have in their cabinets and cupboards?
It's basic stuff. I'm going to talk about a profanity jam, habanero jam that would be a great stand-in for this particular drink that we're making. Some shout outs to a couple of other products that I know we have on the market that would be good enhancers for this easy mocktail.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. So I'll tee those up. I'm excited. I love the thought of, hey, you can make these drinks on a moment's notice with what you've got on hand. I think that's so fun. And I think a lot of folks who are looking for recipes or looking for even just recipe inspiration, that's often the idea. Like you have something that you'd like to make, but you might not have the ingredients on hand. And so that's where pulling in the talents of our hundreds of creators, we have over 10,000 recipes on FoodSocial. Many of these are on your profile, which I'm going to pull up in a second, and we can take a look at those as well too. But I think it's an amazing resource for people. It's a free resource for people, and so check it out. And yeah, so where are we getting started today?
So today we're going to make a blood orange macarita, which is a recipe I have on FoodSocial. It's really a simple recipe that I first created during a round of Whole30, but I always love to have like these kind of like whatever's in season drinks, and blood oranges are in season right now. And if you don't have, if you haven't seen the inside of a blood orange, they have this like beautiful, super festive for right now, red, bright.
Yeah.
They're so much brighter, and they have an incredible citrusy taste. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So we're going to just mix up. That's really the star of this drink. But I'm going to put just a tiny bit of ice in my shaker. Well,
Okay.
so just a little
Just
bit.
a,
I always use mason jars if you don't have a cocktail shaker.
me
Mason
too.
jars work beautifully. I have a jigger to measure, but I already pre-measured this to make it a little easier. But we're going to start with the blood orange juice. I used fresh squeezed. You could, of course, use regular orange juice, but the blood orange juice is what makes it festive. And I'm going to do about 4 ounces of that.
And I only have one blood orange, so I'm going to squeeze what I can out of that and then do the rest with regular orange, and hopefully that will still lend the beautiful color that we're going to get. It at least will taste citrusy, right?
Yeah, it'll be fantastic. I mean, the nice thing about these sort of recipes is, as Bill said, these are kind of for inspiration. So use this as a template or an idea. So once you have your blood orange juice, I juiced 1 lime, which is about 2 ounces of fresh squeezed lime juice in there.
And I'm still here. I'm just, I figured it'd be more helpful to watch the recipe and the recipe being made. So I can still talk to you all. I'm not completely gone.
I've got the orange juice and the lime juice in.
And then the last juice is pineapple juice. And I used, you're going to do about 2 ounces of that. Again, as always, measure with your heart. But I just used canned pineapple juice. It's unsweetened, but I find it, no sugar added to this, but I love to eat this with cottage cheese as a snack. So instead of pouring that juice down the drain, it makes a great use for that. And you could freeze this in little silicone molds. So don't waste your juice.
No wasting allowed. None.
And then you can stir that up. Just give that a little stir, but it's going to be pretty well combined. And then I just add in some soda water, and I add it right in here and gently stir that together.
Okay. I'm pivoting and using ginger ale. How's that? Because
that's fantastic.
That sounds good.
So ginger ale, flavored soda water. There's a lot of great cranberry flavored sparkling waters right now. Any of those kinds of things would work. And that's really it for the drink. But to make it a margarita and give it that margarita feel, we're going to rim the glass with salt. And I have a couple tricks here. Not necessarily tricks, but I juiced this lime. So instead of making a bunch of whatever, just use the edge of that juiced lime. It'll have enough moisture on it.
Okay.
And then I put my salt, and I used like a little bit of a flaky salt that I just crushed up. And just put that on a small plate.
Okay. And I have your, tell everyone what you had me make ahead of time. This is smokies.
So another way to do this is I like to make, I make this thing called a fireside margarita, but I just use activated charcoal or charcoal powder, like the edible stuff, and mix just a little tiny bit for smokiness to kosher salt, flaky salt, margarita salt, whatever you're using, and rim the glass with that to give it that smoky feel. If you're making a margarita, this is really great with mezcal. It's nice for this mocktail as well because the natural sweetness from the juice. It's just a good, nice balance.
Yeah, it's really pretty too. It'll be a nice contrast on top of the glass. Okay, I'm ready. So ice.
Now fill your glass that you've prepared the rim with ice. Really couldn't be easier. And then your drink can be made. I'm just going to pour that right in there. And you get that incredible sort of festive holiday color. It's really nice. Adds some brightness for the season. So people know what's in it. As always, I put a blood orange slice in there. If you want to add mint, some mint in there for freshness and a pop of color, great for the holiday time. Also, you could use rosemary, really popular for Thanksgiving. You already have rosemary around. So that's the drink. It's pretty simple, but that's the version that I have on the blog, and let's give it a try.
Oh, I think that ginger ale to that tastes really good.
Yeah, I for sure would add an element. And you could make this, obviously, you could make this margarita by putting in a couple of ounces of tequila. But the blood orange and the pineapple and the lime are such a great juice combination that's already naturally.
Yeah, and that pineapple gives it just a little bit of sweetness that you're not going to find from. I mean, oranges are sweet, but limes aren't necessarily. So it's a nice level of sweetness that the pineapple juice adds. And if you were going to sip this, the salt would add some of the saltiness, right?
Yeah. And I'm curious what you think of the smoky salt.
It's good.
It looks so good.
That's good.
This is a terrible one to not be making with you all.
It's nice. If you're doing Whole30, or I love this for January because for those of us who do enjoy the cocktails, it's a nice way to still have something aside from just drinking water and black coffee or whatever you're doing. If you're dialing it back, this is a great option.
So pretty.
And if you're shopping, I was going to say, if you're shopping the FoodSocial market, there's some great salts and different things to try on the rim. I mean, we made the smoky salt today, but you could definitely, I know like Primal Palate has a great Himalayan salt that I love to use. It's just a great punch of like salt. It's just so good for you. But there's Spice House and so many other blends. But the other product I wanted to call out, because I don't have this particular product, but Profanity Jam. I love to make jam jar cocktails and mocktails, and I've been on here and done that. I've done it many, many times. But they have a habanero blood orange jam. So if you don't have access to blood oranges where you are, getting this habanero jam, and this is their cherry habanero version, but just a big heaping spoonful of that instead of the blood orange, and then still do your lime juice and your pineapple juice, or lime juice and a bit of regular orange juice, whatever you have, and shake that up. You'll get that beautiful red color. I'm excited. I'm going to try this cherry as well. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, plus the habanero gives it a little kick of heat, which with the salt and everything would be so, the flavors just so good in here.
Sounds
and these are like, this is so easy to make ahead if you're entertaining for Thanksgiving or the holidays. Squeeze all the juices in advance and just pour that into a big jar or a pitcher and have it in your fridge. Gently stir in your sparkling water. It would be great with Prosecco. That juice combination can be more than just this one drink. So use it in multiple ways, but make it this way so the kiddos at the table feel like they have a little something special. Put some Prosecco in it for adults. Make it a margarita.
Yeah.
That's a really
So you would make you could pre-juice everything in a large container or a carafe. Is that the right way to say that? A carafe?
Like a carafe, yeah.
And then maybe add the sparkling water or Prosecco or whatever as you serve it. Is that what you would do?
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, like, I love a batch cocktail moment because I have a little rule. You can kind of not see my full kitchen, but I have my door over here, and I sort of have a rule. Like, if I'm hosting, you can't come in here. But this step-through area, I love to have a tray of like ready to pour sort of batch cocktails. I have a Thanksgiving sangria recipe that I just posted on FoodSocial. It's something I've been making for many years, but it's like just a fun, uses seasonal fruits, and it's a great batch cocktail. And you could, of course, make a version for those who don't drink by using
that's gorgeous.
just
Okay, what's in this one?
This is very
So that has a bottle of dry white wine, and then it has some apple cider, or you can use apple juice and just a little bit of cinnamon, which is what I generally do.
Okay.
And then some orange juice, some pear. It's a great way to put like some of those items that you're already putting on the Thanksgiving table. So pear and cranberries in there. It's just really like a nice way to like kind of round everything out. Put some sliced oranges and a little cup of cinnamon sticks on a tray with some empty glasses and a picture of that, and people can pour when they arrive. It's a nice way to kind of get people settled in with a drink for their appetizers or whatever you're doing.
Love that.
I want to come to a party at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
I know. The way you talk, you can tell you've hosted plenty of parties and meals, and you're very intentional about being the kind of host that provides a full-on experience, not just, hey, come eat with us, but here's a drink with your appetizers and it pairs. And so this is why I know I can call Reed at a moment's notice. We've got good stuff, such good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the thing is, my goal is always to get people in the kitchen. So if someone's coming to my house, I want them to leave feeling confident that they could make that, or that they could host a party and they could have a nice batch cocktail. So that's why a lot of my drink recipes especially are sort of a template to get things sort of started. But you don't have to follow the rules with drinks necessarily, and that's a nice thing.
Forever. Oh wait, just kidding.
Yeah, this pear prosecco drink was a drink made for Thanksgiving. It's literally pear nectar and prosecco, and it's pretty simple. I sugar the red, make it a little bit special, but use good quality ingredients. Shop the FoodSocial market. Like, there's so many cool, interesting juices and products and flavor. And I mean, this Profanity Jam is one product that is like flavor packed. There are, there's beet kvass. Like, what a great, beautiful, bright thing. Just a few tablespoons of that would add so much punch and color and give it some of that probiotic buzz. So if you're doing a non-alcoholic option, something like that is so fun to play with.
It's still bubbly and not an alcohol. So that's good. Because I think, and plus kids might actually try that too. They might not know it's beets, and maybe you don't even tell them it's beets. It's just a red drink. Like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, wow. Well, these are all, this is a whole nother element of Thanksgiving that maybe people aren't considering. But again, it's a super easy one. It's an element you don't have to spend a lot of time on, that you can implement and enjoy. Maybe consider it a new tradition moving forward. And that's why these are just so fun, because it's not a lot of energy. If we can pull this together like this, you could do a bigger batch for the big day and put it in the fridge and just be ready, right?
Yeah, and you could squeeze these juices. You could go to the store, get your citrus, squeeze the juice today, put it in silicone molds or ice cube trays and freeze it. Yeah. And next week, pop it out Thanksgiving morning or later in the holiday season. Have that juice squeeze, and you can make mocktails and cocktails super easily. And the nice thing is, then you don't even have to add that ice to put it in together.
Right, it's already chilled.
Very cool.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah. Well, Reed, thanks for coming on the show today last minute. That was great. And I wasn't logged in the screen share, but that pear prosecco drink looks really good. I wanted to save it to the try later collection I have on my profile, but
yeah,
really good.
So
pear prosecco, it's great. That's one of those things where you go to the grocery store and you find that juice. The juice it's so incredible, and it's not something we're necessarily buying all the time. So if you're doing something special like Thanksgiving, it's a little more expensive than, a bottle of apple juice or orange juice, but it goes a long way, and you just need a little bit for that.
Yeah, and I bet you would find though that kind of nectar, the different nectars like that are specialty. Like there's a guava nectar. Like there's a brand that comes in cartons that probably has the pear nectar, right? And I'm assuming they're in that same spot in your grocery store. And at mine, it's kind of by where you have all the fixings for cocktails anyway. So look, and it might be up high. So don't forget to look up. Unlike you don't need to look up, Reed, but I do.
Reed's able to see those.
If you're 6'3".
I not so much over here.
All right, well, that's our show today. Thanks so much, Reed, for coming on. Check out Reed. He's Pesto and Potatoes on FoodSocial, Instagram, and other places you can find creators. He's obviously got a lot of amazing recipes on his profile, too. So thanks for coming on today, Reed. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Thanksgiving talking to do. And then on Thursday, we're going to be talking about some Thanksgiving salad you can make. So we're here to support you in having your most delicious, lowest stress holiday ever.
For sure. We're here for that.
Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
everyone.
See you next time. Bye.
Cheers.